our first annual 2025 Tech Awards. So I'm
Exactly.
so excited. We're just going to kind of like reflect on the year and just talk about, the biggest, like, AI, tech, flops, moments, all of that. So I'm so excited to get into it. Meezy, where can they find you? Drop the
You
ad,
can find me everywhere at Almeezyuh, ALMEEZYUH, on
period.
all platforms.
Okay, so let's just drop into it. Okay, so the first one we're going to talk about is the Time Waster of the Year. That's the first award. I wish I had one of those like stream boxes so I could just do all these sound effects.
Yes. I should have set mine up. I do have one.
Maybe for
Um,
TikTok, because we are going to be on TikTok after
we are gonna
this.
be on TikTok after this.
So let's
Okay.
do that.
Are you gonna go first or me?
Yeah, so basically, this is the best app. And I know it's called like Time Waster, but I really do be wasting my time on these apps, even if I do love it. So just to put that
Yeah.
disclaimer out there. So, yeah, what's yours?
It would I thought about this for so long because like there's an obvious like, oh, I spend too much time on TikTok, but
Yeah.
it feels like in the second half of the year I started using TikTok like I started making so many TikToks that I didn't care about scrolling on TikTok anymore. So I don't probably episode. It's
Oh,
a
I was
little
not expecting that. Those little story things where you like say what happens
I
next.
love that game. Okay, I love that game. I have spent real money on that game.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
and I need to get in touch with the developers because it's actually not even fun anymore. Like, if you have to spend money to have a good time in the game, it's not fun. I get it. Like sometimes some experiences should cost a little bit, but
That is
no,
so funny.
that's
You
probably
sometimes
it.
post that stuff in your story, and I just like,
I'd be on there.
do you still do Sims and stuff too? Like, you just be,
I don't do Sims as much because it's on my laptop, and we'll probably get into this, but it's like my laptop is one of the things I use the least,
oh,
surprisingly.
wow.
And so, yeah, I don't do the Sims as much anymore, but I was heavy into that. So I think it would be if I'm like truly just where am I wasting my time? Episode.
Okay,
Episode.
that I was not expecting that. So my best app, time waster of the year, is definitely YouTube. Like I know that's
Okay.
like the answer you get, but it's actually crazy. I feel like I watch more like episodes and stuff like that on YouTube than I do on something like Netflix or like Hulu. Or,
Really?
yeah, like you know how YouTube came out with that thing where they showed you like your 2025 and like the stuff you looked
Hmm.
up the most, like the end of the year wrap thing. Like Kai Cenat was up there and literally his mafia-thon and the episodes be so long. So it
Yeah.
really is you're spending so much time. And then there's another YouTube channel, Nectar. They do like love shows and like, things like that. Have
Is
you ever?
that Pop the Balloon?
Oh, that was also on my top five. I hate to admit it, I'm a fan.
I love Pop the Balloon. I love Pop the Balloon.
They were like, you're in the top 0.4%. I said, oh, Arlette. Like,
You watching from beginning to end and then
I really
rewinding.
I really okay, maybe not rewind. I really do though, but I like put it on the TV and I like do something else.
Yeah.
So then
Yeah,
when
yeah,
that moment happens where someone's acting up, then you're like, oh, and then
yeah.
you go
Hmm.
back, So
Okay.
okay, okay,
Very
that's a good
cool.
one. Okay, so the next award is the Shut Up and Take My. Oh yeah, there's a way to like look a chat over here.
Oh, I
Okay.
see it.
Oh, okay, cool. So the Shut Up and Take My Money award, best cool tech. What do you got for this one?
Ooh, I'm not gonna lie. I did not buy this because
Mm-hmm.
of life circumstances, but the Oakley
Oh,
metas,
yeah.
those are some glasses right there. Those Oakley metas. I
Let me look
need
how
that.
they look.
Um,
Is it's the one where you can like, videotape and you do all that stuff. You can surf the
yeah.
web on that stuff too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So they came out with two versions. Those are probably the shut up and take my money. Like, that's the coolest thing that came out. But the Oakleys are nice because they're made for like sporting stuff. So, like, they showcased it on like Red Bull, and then Patrick Mahomes was wearing them and like all that. But they can just withstand a lot of different conditions. And I'm pretty hard on my stuff. Like, I live in my stuff, I don't baby my stuff no matter what it is. It don't matter if it costs $4 or $4,000. I treat it the same.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Yeah, that one's interesting. It's like Please send it to us for free. I would love to review it.
Please, Meta, please. Somebody at Meta send me those. But yeah, the other glasses, they have that strap where you just like use your hands to do stuff. That's
Yeah.
it for me, 100%. Need that.
Okay. Okay, so for me, there was a like I wrote down like smart glasses were interesting, VR,
Mhm.
some gaming stuff. I was
Mhm.
actually gonna ask you, how do you like your Nintendo Switch? Because you got the new one, right? Is that the
I
two?
do. I did buy the new one this year. I absolutely love it. Especially coming from the old one. One, the
Mm-hmm.
size is just a huge difference. I didn't think the graphics would make that big of a difference, but they did. It was like
Yeah.
it's night and day, just every part of it. And you know what? Funny enough, I mostly play Mario Kart. On my previous Switch, I mostly played Animal Crossing.
Okay.
And I want to get back into Disney Dreamlight Valley on my new Switch.
Mm-hmm.
But I was mostly playing those life sim games versus I don't know. I'm still just so enamored with how it looks on the new Switch that I'm happy with Mario Kart. I'm like good, but they need to put out some more games. There's still not any. Oh, I guess there's one game that has come out for the Switch that launched this summer.
Mm-hmm. And you got
Only
it.
one.
That's
No, I
crazy.
didn't buy it because I didn't have time to play it, and thank God
Mm.
because I have been playing the same game and playing episodes, spending money on episodes.
That's crazy that you spend money. That is what
That is,
gets
it
me.
is, but I'm not alone. I when I see memes about people spending money on video game, well, not even video games, mobile games, I'm like, okay, I'm not alone. Like, I'm not crazy, as crazy
No.
as I thought.
No, the most I'll do, and I hate when I have to do it, is like, when you like want to watch a movie and you have to pay like 3.99 or something. Like that is the
I
max
feel
that I
you.
do. And it kills me every time. I'm like,
Yeah,
I pay for Netflix, I pay for all these other things. Like it should be on one of them.
it's got to be on one of them. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
crazy. But okay,
What's
so
yours?
yes, best cool tech. So it didn't come out this year, but the shut up and take my money, it's definitely my Apple Watch. I love this
Yes.
thing so, so much.
Wait, did you upgrade?
I didn't upgrade, but like
Oh. Oh,
part of me,
okay,
yeah,
wait, sorry. Walk us through because you said you weren't wearing yours for a long time. I remember because
yep.
during pre-order and all that, we were talking about it, and I was like, "Girl, you shouldn't have to charge your Apple Watch every like 3 4 hours."
Yeah, I
Okay.
do charge it a lot. I have this stand though that it
Uh
makes it
huh.
so easy. Yeah, you're the one who put me onto this. I think you have a
Yes,
different shape, but it's
I
like
do. Mm-hmm.
anchor and all that. So it makes it easy to charge. At night you just put that
Yeah.
thing on, and it's pretty good for all day. You be walking across Disneyland
Yes.
and it won't last for that.
No.
You'd have to upgrade for that. But for what I do, it's like pretty good because like in between
Really.
stuff. Like I could put it on the charger right now if I wanted to. And
So
that could
then, what are you thinking? You said it shut up and take your money. Are you
yes.
thinking like, oh, I should upgrade now,
It's
like
more
next
of
year, or
because I actually got this one like for free, but if
mm-hmm.
something happened to it, I would buy it again. And that's like
Okay.
rare for me. So yeah,
Okay.
that's the shut up and take my money. I wouldn't like overthink it or anything. I would
Yeah.
buy it. I love this thing so much.
Okay.
When you're part of the ecosystem, it's just so nice. Like I
Yeah.
can use this to find my phone. I log into my laptop. Like
Yes.
just it's so nice. And it has like little features here and there that I use. But I use this every day, just like my phone. So
The thing I sleep on the most, I think, is the camera control.
yes, camera remote.
Mhm.
Yes, I love that so much. Like if I have to do like an audition or something and the back camera is better, you can just see if you're in
Yes.
frame. It's a little finicky, but once it works, it does what it needs to
You're
do.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay. So then, and then something else that's pretty cool too for like tech is a lot of creators have been using like drones and stuff. I
Oh,
love,
yeah. I
I
want a
love,
drone.
yes, same. But I do content. You like go outside. I'm like in my house filming. So I'm like, what am
Yeah.
I going to use a drone for?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie though, sometimes I see people using them, I'm like, low key be good for, like, overhead shots,
Hmm.
that could be kinda cool, or there was something somebody did with one the other day, and I was like, "Oh, that'd be nice." But my problem is I'm not gonna want a cheap one, I'm gonna want the DJI, and so
Mm.
I'm not gonna use it enough. We're in the same boat, even though I at least, like, will be out, like, I'm not gonna get a cheap little one, like
Right. And the time to like set it up and all that stuff. It's like you have to be so intentional. It's not like just take out your phone and like film type of thing.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah. So I've been watching a lot of creators and they like travel to all the different 50 states or they travel
Mhm.
abroad. And just like when they're in a different country and they do that drone shot,
Yeah. I'm always
Nice.
like, man, y'all pack so much stuff. And the thing is,
Yeah.
a lot of creators I watch, like, they're not into, like, fashion like I
Yeah.
am. So when I travel, I'm always gonna check a bag. That's number 1. Something you
Mhm.
gotta know about me, I'm always gonna check a bag. So I already have a lot of stuff just clothes-wise, and so with my
Yeah.
tech, I try to be light, but I think I'm gonna have to start sacrificing if I'm on trips that are specifically for filming because I need some stuff, and I wanna start taking my big cameras, but it's another conversation.
Yeah, no, I'm the opposite. I don't check a bag. I have too much like anxiety, something might happen. I just try to pack so light, but now I'm like, I need a switch. I need to,
Yeah.
do that. So, okay. So the next award of 2025 is the Brainrot versus Brilliance Award. A mouthful, but basically it's the best AI. So I'll start because I know I use AI more than you. You don't
Yes.
really dabble that much. So it's so interesting. In the beginning, it would have been like Chat GPT. That was
Mhm,
just like
mhm.
muscle memory for me to use and to open if I had like a specific question. But now it actually switched to Gemini 3. It's like,
Okay.
yeah, it's just, it gives better answers and it's just
Okay.
more accurate for like the type of stuff that I'm doing. But yeah, even like the images and stuff, like I did this test and like I gave like a video to both to see because some people, some use cases is like you could show like a golf swing and be like, hey, can
Mhm.
you analyze my golf swing, see what I can do to like improve or something like that. ChatGPT tried to upload it. It said, sorry, I can't do that. I can't see it. Gemini
Okay.
could see it, or even making
Yeah.
like that infographic, because sometimes it messes up text. ChatGPT was messing up text more and all that stuff. So yeah, it's gonna. I would say beginning was ChatGPT, ending was Gemini. There's this whole AI like wars going on. So we'll
Yeah.
see 2026 which one's my favorite.
So, who do you have the paid version of Gemini or free?
Yeah, so Gemini, I like give them feedback and stuff like that, and I test things out. So I have like an account with them, but I also use like the free one too.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Because I have the paid Chat GPT, um, and I'm probably about to cancel it. One, I just don't use it enough. I don't know. It's so funny because I literally went to school for this
yeah,
and I do not use it that much. It's just because like generative AI in the terms of like generating text and answers and stuff really doesn't interest me that much.
mm-hmm,
Um I think that we can do some very cool things with AI. Just uh it was never generation for me. Like even when I was studying, I wanted to focus on natural language processing.
yeah,
But I always thought of it as more auditory. Like I think the coolest thing that we have that's like an everyday use case right now is live translation. I
yeah.
think that's
That's
very
cool.
cool. I think that's very useful. And that's not to say that ChatGPT isn't, but like I don't know how different our lives would be if ChatGPT never came out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not, and a lot of people use it in the same way they use Google search. You know what I mean?
So
Like
there is, yeah, there's a huge category of people like that. I would say college students is where it really shines. I have like,
mhm,
someone who I know who's in school and just
yeah.
like the amount that you could do. Like if you need help with a specific problem, you know what I mean? It
Yeah.
used to be you type it into Google and then maybe you remember Chegg?
Yes. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now you can get the direct help, but it does mess up a lot. Like I have a
Yeah.
YouTube video where it got like one question wrong out of 10. It was like,
Mhm.
like coding and stuff type problems. So it is that. But I think for them, it's like the most revolutionary. Like it's actually pretty crazy how like you can have it write an essay for you, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, no. Or even like even if you are doing what you're supposed to do and you write it first and then you
Yeah.
ask it to like, like I guess that's the thing is that I don't really have anything right now that is super useful for every day. Like my extracurriculars are dancing
Dance. Yeah.
and making videos. And both of the obviously it can't dance for me. And
Yes.
making videos, I don't want it to help me with that. Like that's
Yeah.
fun to me. So I don't want any like robotic help there. So I'm going to start using AI more
Hmm.
in 2026. I also think to go off on a little tangent real quick,
Yeah.
I think that the tech companies have failed to control the narrative around AI
Mm.
because I feel like a lot of people feel like you either are like stupid and you're for AI and you use ChatGPT for stuff, or you're so smart because you don't need ChatGPT and you don't use any AI
Yeah.
things. And I'm like, that's really not what it is. At the end of the day, AI is just a bunch of matrices, right? It's just linear
Mhm.
algebra. It's a bunch of numbers. So I don't know. I might join the war on AI on the side of AI, maybe be a little bit more neutral. Because I think if maybe people use it differently, like, oh my God, before we got on this call, before we got on this live, Disney approved, they made a deal with OpenAI and they're
Oh,
going to
wow.
start
Oh,
using,
wow.
they're going to start making videos. They're going to start using it to make stuff to put on Disney Plus.
That's insane. Yeah.
But I think that'll be interesting because it's actually like they got 100 years of Mickey Mouse. You
Yeah.
know, you put that into a model, that's you can get some good stuff out of that
Yeah.
versus what OpenAI is training on. So long tangent, but
No, it's
ChatGPT is
interesting.
mine. I don't use it that much though.
Yeah, no, there's some people that hear the word AI and they're immediately like, you're killing the environment. What are you doing? You're so
Yeah,
stupid. Write your own emails. And I'm like, there definitely is a balance, like, depending on what you're doing. Like, some things, a Google search is really like all you need. But
yeah.
even these days, they have those AI answers. So you have to make sure you like exclude it or you are like using AI,
Yes,
you know?
100%. Like I don't love the AI summary,
Yeah.
but sometimes it's just faster. Like, okay, you
I
already
know
read the top
sometimes.
things for me. Okay.
Exactly, which is so crazy because imagine all the people that write blogs and, things like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I really like just get the answer from the little summary that they have.
Yeah. I also
Um,
think though, like, and I've said this since it came out, I think ChatGPT is really gonna separate the true creatives and the real thinkers
Completely
from the
agree.
everyday person because it can do so many things, but it's not a human at the end of the day,
Hmm.
and it just can't think in the way that we can. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, I think the gap is just gonna widen, and basic stuff is just gonna get less and less impressive. Like people are gonna be like, "Okay, I don't need you to do that."
No, completely agree. Like a movie like Sinners,
Hmm.
ChatGPT in no way, shape, or form could ever create something like that.
Yeah,
But let's say it's like a Christmas movie and it's like
so
Hallmark.
predictable.
Yes, exactly. It could be something like that. So I do
Yeah.
think it's going to show the difference in that. It's interesting. Like, so for me, like, let's say I have a YouTube video. I don't
Hmm.
write the descriptions anymore. You could just have
Hmm.
chat write that. Like, those like SEO coming up with the title type things.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, like you said, it really does like separate people because sometimes people just have like such an interesting title on YouTube that you click their video. So it's like it could be an assistant, but you just have
Yeah.
to know that the answers are just very generic. It's more to like get the
Hmm.
job done than like, it's interesting too, like for writing emails and stuff like that.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
actually enjoy writing an email more or receiving an email and there's like little like mistakes in it because it's like, oh, this person
Yeah.
wrote it.
Yeah.
It feels a little more special than when you see the dashes and like all that stuff.
And my thing is, if you are using ChatGPT to write an email, maybe just have a meeting. Like,
Mm,
you know what I mean? Like, because, or one of two things: either this email isn't important, or
yep.
you need to just have a meeting because you feel like you're so all over the place that you have to consult AI to like drill it all down. You
It's
know?
interesting. So, like, the last place I lived at, they're like holding my deposit. It's so crazy. So then I wanted to know, like, what's the California law? Like, how many
Yeah.
days? All that stuff. So, that kind of email, it was like helpful. And they even gave me like next steps to
Yes.
do. But if it's someone like, hey, Maya, how's it going? Like,
Yeah, yeah, like a brand email, like, "Oh, do you
yes,
wanna link up?" Like, I don't need AI for that, but I agree on that part, of like, you don't need to go look up a lawyer immediately, right? You can
yes,
kind of see what steps you can take first.
exactly.
So, yeah, I the only time I'm like definitely like, "Oh, I do not like AI," is in like creativity type things.
Hmm.
Like, there's no reason a company like Disney needs to be exclusively using AI, but I don't think they're gonna do that.
Yeah.
This is another thing I might get prosecuted for, but I saw people got mad at Tim Burton and Lady Gaga for a music video she made because she used AI in it.
Hmm.
And I watched the music video, and there was only one part where I was like, "Oh, this must be the AI." And I was like, I'm not gonna lie, the amount of time it would have taken to find somebody to animate this and then have them actually animate it and all that, when it was in the music video for literally like no more than 3 seconds. I think stuff like that.
I do
Like
think, yeah.
it's not that big of a deal, but
Yeah, there is a filmmaker who, because sometimes they have babies on set and things like that, and
yeah.
so using AI, she was able to and the story was about her. She was able to use a baby picture of her as the baby that's in the film and stuff
Mhm.
like that. And when you think about it, babies don't have their consent to be a part of any of this and all that
At
stuff.
all.
So I do think there's those nuanced use cases, but when you say AI, people already just
They know.
tap
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
So.
I'm like,
Mhm.
it's not all of it is not bad. I don't really think any of it is bad unless they're
It's how you
literally
use it.
stealing people's data. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was hearing about some people that are trying to create a new AI that doesn't train on everything that's out there. Like it's only material
mm,
that's not copyrighted and things like that. So we have our predictions later, but
yeah.
it's an interesting topic. It really
Yeah.
is.
Okay.
Okay, so the next award is the best tech for content creation. This is called the Face Card Award. So I'm so interested because you got all the gadgets.
Yes.
So,
And you know what? My winner for this award is not even a gadget, it's an app. I'm sorry. CapCut. CapCut is the one. I'm a CapCut
oh,
apologist. I don't now I'm grandfathered into that $10 a month. I'm still only paying $10 a month and I have
I was paying
everything.
20, I think.
I'm not paying that. I'm paying 10. They still
Mm,
haven't got me. And if they raise it to 20, I'll still pay for it. It's just so all encompassing. The only thing they don't have is the music, and that's okay because I'm somewhat of an audiophile and I literally just sing the song as I watch my
mhm.
videos and be like, okay, it's on beat or it's not.
Yeah.
Um, but oh, that app right there, they've got it all. They've got all the AI features.
Mm.
The background removal, the
Yeah.
overlays, just everything, voiceover, all that. CapCut has easily been the best thing. I'll say gadget wise though, the DJI
Hmm.
Osmo Pocket 3,
Yeah.
you hear about it left and right. There's a reason is so good. It's so
Hmm.
good.
Okay, nice. Yeah. I haven't used CapCut in a minute. I just been using Final Cut Pro and just making
Okay.
the dimensions vertical and things like
Yeah.
that. But it is great. And your videos have been, I was telling you, the
Thank you.
editing, chef's kiss. So, yeah.
I've
Okay.
been working.
Yeah, you can tell though. It's really when you put time into stuff, you've
hmm
grown. But also not just time, you're actively getting better. Some people just keep making the same stuff, over
Yeah.
and over and over. They don't learn. But for me, it's actually lighting. So for example, I have a key light
Oh.
up here.
hmm
I think for
Sorry,
me,
you said you have a key light. Is it the Elgato key light?
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I love this so much. It's so easy. And even for meetings and stuff or
Yeah. Oh
content,
man,
yeah.
you definitely need to get a
The
a
stream deck.
Steam Deck.
Yeah, I
You
do.
definitely need to get one because you can control the lights with that.
Yeah, that's cool. That'd be cool. I
Yeah.
definitely want to. Next year I want us to do a live with the whole OBS and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Just go
So,
crazy.
yes. We could have music for each award and things like that. But yeah,
Yeah.
definitely lighting. I mean, even if you have an iPhone 12 and it's amazing, beautiful lighting, you have the whole setup versus even the newest iPhone 17 and there's no lighting, the iPhone 12 is going to look better. You know what I mean?
100%.
I think light
100%.
it's so underestimated and things like that.
Yeah.
You can create different looks. So yeah, definitely you can create content with what you have right now. And if you could only invest in one thing and you already have a phone, lighting.
Lighting.
Yep.
Easily. Easily.
Hmm.
Do not let me I think there's a category for this. I'm so over the tiny mics. They don't sound good. They almost sound worse than your phone. Get rid of the tiny mics. I'm a tiny mic hater.
That's so
Tiny mic
funny. I
hater.
don't have a tiny. I'd be looking at it. I'd be like, oh, it looks cute, but I don't really be listening that
It's
hard.
silly. Let me see. The only tiny mic, like you can buy a tiny mic, but get a good one. These, a
Yes.
DJI, an actual microphone. Those TikTok shop, oh, it just makes me so mad. And then
Yeah.
like you can still hear all the what are they called? I don't know, but when you can hear like the P's really hard and oh,
Yeah.
ooh,
No, that mic is so nice. I was using one of those mics it was like a shotgun type of mic
okay,
and
yeah.
all that. There's actually still a really big difference, and it makes sense because with the mic when it's closer here, it's gonna sound better
Yeah.
than farther. But it really does make a difference. At first, I was
Oh
like, I
yeah.
couldn't really hear it, and then I went back to an older video after
Mhm.
using a mic attached to my shirt, and oh my goodness, I wanted to like delete all the older stuff.
Okay, do you remember? I'm sure you used to watch these videos of like, oh, how to do your YouTube setup, blah blah. Everybody was on those shotgun mics.
Yes,
And
yeah,
like it only works if you are quite literally directly in front of the camera. And
even
I used to be
then.
far away all the time, so I'd be like, "Oh, this doesn't work." No, I just wasn't close enough to the camera.
Literally, it has to be like it's like those boom mics. It has to be like
Yeah.
a certain distance. But yeah, it's still like you can just hear more of like the noise in the room and like
Yeah.
all that stuff. So yeah.
So do you have any other lights or is just the key light that's really doing it for you right now?
Yeah, I have other ones. Like I have like a soft box that I like
Okay.
really love with it has like that sheet over it so you can like
Mhm.
diffuse the light, which is nice. And then people are against like ring lights these days. Like I also feel like this is so like old school, like
Very
creating content.
2016, very
Yes.
2017. Yeah.
But it's still good. Like a trick to it, if you put it to like the side and not directly in
Mhm.
front of you, you won't get the like rings in your
In your
eye.
eyes.
It's
Yeah.
like a little bit to like the corner, so that works. But yeah, I like lighting on like both sides. Oh, it
Yes,
looks
I
so
was just about to
good.
say that. Light it on both sides and one from the front so you don't get any shadow. Ooh,
Yes, right?
I need
And
to
they
turn my
know,
light on right now while I'm playing.
right? And then they even have like the lights in the back to like, like
Set
just
the
have something else.
scene. Yeah.
Yes, the
My
lighting.
my office is like under construction right now,
Yeah.
so I don't have anything
Yeah, I know.
together
I
right
didn't
now.
do
I'm
the
just
whole shebang, shaboom, but
yeah.
yes.
But
When it
yes.
is right.
Okay. Lighting is the one for sure.
Okay, so then the next award is Best Event. So called this the Internet Breaker. So this one was like a little bit hard for me for like the
Mhm.
best
Mhm.
event. It could be tech or non-tech for this one. It's so interesting. I was thinking about how people were telling me they went to the Apple event and it wasn't even live. It was like all on like the
They were
recordings.
watching a video just like us.
I thought that was crazy. But I said Kai Cenat was one of like my top people. I thought his Streamer University, like what he did with the
Okay.
whole of that and like the small creators and the big creators, I thought that was really cool. So
Mhm.
that was one thing. But one that I went to, it'd probably be Made on YouTube, just because it was like in New
Okay.
York. It was nice to
Yes.
go there. They verified my channel. I was like, what? So
Oh, I
yeah,
didn't realize that. Oh my
I
gosh.
have a little
Wait,
chick.
were you already verified?
No, because you need like 100,000 to be verified or
Oh,
something.
yeah, you met somebody and they okay, well,
They were like, yeah,
congratulations on that. I didn't realize that. Maybe I
thank
didn't know
you.
now.
But it
Thank
doesn't
you.
really make that big of a difference. You know
But
what
it
I mean?
okay, it doesn't, but it's just like a personal milestone. Like
It is a personal
I'm chasing
milestone.
a blue check. The only blue check I have, I paid for. So
They got you with that discount. They'd be like,
they
one month
got me with
free.
the discount. It's fine though. I'm like, well, and this on purpose because obviously I don't want it to go away. So I'm like, I just pay for it.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't
It's
care. I wanted a
crazy.
blue check. I got one by
Period.
any means necessary.
Okay, so yeah, best event for me is Made on YouTube. What was your best event? 2025.
Ooh, okay. So I only went to one tech
Mm-hmm.
event, and that was for work. And it was actually like it's totally internal, so I won't
Oh
even
yeah.
mention that one. Um, I would say overall, my favorite event was probably Cowboy Carter tour,
Yep.
Beyonce's
I
show.
knew
I
this was
did go to
coming.
that. Yes. Um, yeah, yeah, that's it. I did a lot of stuff. I go to Disneyland and stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
nothing nothing would beat that event wise. Like I mean, I watched the Apple event, but I wasn't there.
Yeah, yeah. Next year, I'm manifesting us to go on like some kind of
Just
brand trip or something.
something. I don't know if I'll
Yes.
get picked for tech next year. I don't know if they'll think I post enough for that, but um yeah, I would love to go to the Apple event though.
It
I
will
want to
happen.
go
It
so
will
bad.
happen. It has to.
Yes, it must.
Okay, so the next award is Best Tech Creator of 2025. This is the CEO of Tech Award. So who you
Okay.
got?
Okay, mine is a split vote, but it's gonna be
Okay.
between you and Bree. Y'all are the two I watch the
Oh,
most. I think y'all's videos are really good. So,
shout out Bree.
those are my two. Those are my two for this award.
I
Yes.
love that. So one I had, so like Marquez is like the obvious
Yeah.
person. If you think of tech and a YouTuber, he's the one that comes up. So I thought about him. But then another person I thought of was Tech Me Out, just because I
Oh
actually
yeah.
right. And I got to
Mhm.
meet her. And I met some other like creators that I like watched before, but she was the one that really was like how she is in her videos.
Yeah.
They always be like,
That checks out.
yes, because sometimes they're like, "Hey, don't meet your heroes. You never know
Yeah.
all that stuff." Her energy was just amazing. You know how someone just talks to you and just like, you know what I mean? Not.
Yeah.
It was just a really good experience with her, and I was like, she is cool people. So, and I love her videos. So, check me out.
Okay. Yeah. I'll add to that one too, Taylor Lloyd. I like
Yes,
watching her videos. Um Yeah, I'm trying to think who else. I don't know.
her aesthetic. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, it's just like I'm like, are we using the same camera? Like,
I know. I love people who like you can look at something and you know it's them.
yeah.
Like I'm not very on brand today. I'm in a black hoodie. That's crazy.
That's why I had to get
but
mine. I always try to match you, and I was like, "Oh, we doing black today."
but I will say it's a Beyonce hoodie, so it is
Mhm.
on brand, but it's not obvious unless you are a Beyonce fan. But I love that. But see, even so, you were like, "Oh, she's wearing black. That's not normal."
Yeah.
So, it's still kind of lit.
Mhm.
But I'm trying to think like I wouldn't really. Okay, I have a hot take if we have
What?
room for that in this video.
Yes.
I think Marquez's videos have gotten very boring. Um I think they're very and this is two things. It's good for him, but also I think this is why his videos are boring. We don't know anything about him as a person, really.
Mhm.
Like, I specifically remember when was that this year when he was the speaker at a college for their graduation, and that's
Okay.
how we found out he had a girlfriend. And I'm not
Oh,
saying you have to put that kind of stuff online, but like, and maybe it's because I only watch the Marquez channel and I don't watch
the podcast.
audio and the podcast and all that.
Yeah.
But it's because I don't care about those other people. I'm sorry. I don't.
Yeah.
But I think there's just so like one note and like monotone. I don't
Mhm.
know. I've been watching him for so long that to me is just always the same.
It's interesting. I definitely see the point you have. I kind of like that you don't know anything about him. I kind of like that
The elusiveness.
it's not even like elusiveness, but it's really like there's some other like creators that I follow like on Spotify and stuff like that. And I don't know anything about their politics. I don't know anything. And they don't try to like put that on me either. Like I kind of
Hmm.
like that they just talk about the topic on hand. You know what I
You know
mean?
what? And that's valid. I just, I'm nosy, I guess. I want to know.
Yeah. It is interesting though. There are so many great like when I was looking up all these iPhone videos, there's someone named I think it's like Brandon. Do
Brandon
you
Butch.
Yes, his
Yeah.
videos. Oh my gosh, they were so informative. It was like
Yeah.
21
They're like
things to
hours
do.
long. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, when you first get and I just learned so much in that. I think it's so great when someone can like explain things so simply and it's like
Yeah.
he just did that. Like I feel like some of these other tech reviewers they try to sound smart and they bring up all these, different things. But he would bring up a topic, explain it in a sentence, bring up a topic, and I was just like, this is art.
He's very of the people. And I guess,
Yes.
okay, so when I say Marquez, like, we don't know anything about him, I don't even necessarily mean his life. I kind of just mean, like, I feel like we don't even know his personality.
It's
Like,
interesting.
I
I
feel like
can.
he has a shield up and there's, like, all his personality is gone when he's on camera.
Hmm.
Um, and I imagine he is, like, I imagine a lot of things about him because I don't even know who he is as a person
It's
or what he's
interesting.
like.
That it's interesting. I remember I met one because he was also at the Made on YouTube event, and someone was
Mm.
like, she met him at another event and wanted to get a picture, but he just like left so quickly that she didn't get a chance and stuff like that. I think that maybe
Maybe that is his personality.
personality, yeah. When you
Just
mentioned-
super introverted. Because you said that. You were like, yeah, he was there and he left as soon as he was.
yeah, at this
Yeah,
event
I
too
can
and stuff
kind of
like
see
that.
that too, though. Like he
Yeah.
doesn't like to be around too many
And
people
I
on
think
one.
creators, a lot of creators have a certain part of like introvertness about
Yeah.
them. Like, we're talking to each other today, but we literally like talk to a camera and we
Yeah,
just like,
that's also true. I mean, most people, especially people like Marquez, like you didn't do this for the recognition or for the
yep,
fame. You did it because you just liked doing it.
genuinely loves
Um,
tech. Like there was no money in the
yeah,
game when he was doing
yeah.
this. You know what I
You
mean?
just wanted
So,
to talk about it. So, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I think he's good at videos. I don't want anybody to jump me and act
yeah,
like I said he wasn't.
I
I
won't
think
use that as a clip.
I think he's great, but I just feel like the it's just gotten boring. I
I get
think
what,
maybe he's a little bored though.
you never know when you've been doing it for a lot of people like retire early from this and
Yeah,
all that stuff. And now he still got the money, he still
right.
got
Be a
okay.
consultant.
Yeah, really could. Okay, the next award is Best Smartphone, the Daily Driver Award. So I'm gonna go first because I'm so
Okay.
interested in what you'll pick because I think that's more of
Okay.
the surprising one. So yeah, definitely iPhone 17. I'm recording on it right now. The front camera. I just think the battery life has been great. Like I feel like
Yeah.
I charge it like I don't like the iPhone 12 literally had to be so intentional about charging it at night. With this
Yeah.
phone, I don't. Like I wake up and there's still battery and can still like do
Yes.
things and stuff. And with a phone, that's like so important and stuff. And then also it is like, it's faster with like,
Mhm.
some things that I do here and there. That wasn't like one of the biggest changes. But oh my gosh. Yes, call screening. I love me my call screening and stuff
Call
like that.
screening.
It's crazy though, because sometimes it's like it doesn't ring at all when
Yeah.
it does a call screening. So sometimes I look and I just be like, oh, I got a call. Like, I don't know. I feel like there could be some like in between step instead of like maybe you still hear it ring, right?
No, I don't even want to hear it ring actually until I know
Okay.
it's a person. But I will if you're on your phone, you can see it. It
Yeah.
happens in the little live thing that something's
Yeah.
coming through.
No, it's so interesting to me. But yeah, I love like the iOS 26 stuff that comes with it. But yeah, I'm so happy I got this phone.
I'm so
Okay.
glad you did too.
Yeah.
Okay, so the reason why Maya was waiting for me, or let me go second, is because I actually have been driving two phones for the past few months. And while I do love my Samsung Galaxy Z Flip, it's on the charger right now. I tried to charge it up before we but I love that phone, but my daily driver, my number one is still my iPhone. And
Mm,
that's only because the Galaxy Flip 7, camera-wise, cannot compete. But it's also not
wow.
a flagship. So if I
Okay.
had gotten the
Okay.
Samsung Galaxy Ultra, whatever number they're on, that would have been a true competitor to the 17 Pro. Like cameras are of the same caliber and all that.
Okay.
But I didn't get that. This is like what I have right now is like comparing a iPhone 17 Pros to an iPhone 17.
Okay.
They just don't compete,
Yeah.
you
Okay, that's
know.
fair.
But I do love that phone and I use it consistently. I use it at Disneyland. I
Aesthetic
take it
wise,
everywhere.
it wins for me. For if we were doing like the most aesthetic phone,
Yeah,
yes. Yeah.
100% clip
Yes.
all the time. I
Exactly.
love that little thing. And it's just cool to carry around. It's so easy to vlog with though, I'll say.
Mm,
Cause I'll walk around Disneyland with this, and I'm like filming this way or this way. And case in point, I'm in line for Radiator Springs Racers, the cars ride,
hmm.
and these older people are in front of me, and they're a couple, and the old man just like every time I started filming, he like nudged his wife. He's like, "Look at her, look at her,"
No.
and I'm like, "Have y'all never seen somebody film? This is basically LA. What are you? Why are you acting like you've
Yeah.
never seen somebody film themselves?"
Hmm.
Um, versus with the flip phone, you can leave it closed while you film.
Yeah.
And so it's just smaller. I can see
Hmm.
myself. Let me tell you something. Being able to see yourself and use the high quality cameras,
Yeah, that's
the
nice.
back cameras. Oh,
That's
that's
really nice,
something.
actually.
Yeah.
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 Hmm.
Um Now that phone does suck when it comes to the front camera though. Oh my god, the front camera is
Wow.
abysmal.
I'm
Like
really surprised because everyone be like, Android, Android, Android just wins every category.
and I will say it Androids are good, but with the
Hmm.
folding phones, for whatever reason they haven't figured out how to get that front camera worthwhile. The front camera
Hmm.
is garbage. Like
Yeah.
I think
No.
it's either 8 or 10 megapixels, way too low. Way too
Yeah.
low.
No, I do like the Apple look. Like I watch so many of those side by sides and all that stuff. And I
Mm,
think there's like just an overall like brightness and
there is.
it's more cherry. I don't know what it is that I just like that
Yeah.
iPhone does. So yeah, but good cameras too. Good cameras
Yeah.
too. Okay, now this is the biggest flop award. So biggest like tech flop. So I call
Okay.
this the Refund Me award, and it doesn't have to be actually something you bought, but just anything that was like a fail. So some options, that I thought of was like the iPhone Air, that
Okay.
battery life, just
Okay.
because, and then also there's like, IG all of a sudden started sharing our location. Do you remember that earlier this year?
No, I remember people talking about this actually. They were like, "Oh, it's sharing your location with everybody," and I was like, "Not mine.
Yeah, not mine, but I
Mine
guess if
didn't
you
get shared,
had a
thankfully."
certain setting on or something, just
Hmm.
automatic like that is so unsafe and all
That
that
was
stuff.
weird.
Grand Theft Auto, I'm not a big gamer, but people love talking about how they keep delaying and delaying and delaying.
Flop. I want to play it. I see people playing it online. I'm like, I want to play it, but I'm not gonna get the old one. I'm gonna
Hmm.
wait, and I've been waiting for a long
Yeah.
time.
Hmm. For me, I'm gonna go first. I would say Taco Bell. They had like an AI drive-through, and I just think the story is so funny.
Oh my god! Please share your who. Raise your hand if you've been personally victimized by the AI Taco Bell drive-through.
I've been personally these AI systems. I'm not going to call out the company right now, but basically I could not speak to a human. Like it
I
just
hate that.
kept keeping me in this loop. I'm like I'm a paying customer. This is not
Yeah.
working. And then when I finally was able to get a person, I don't know how I like tricked into like finally getting a person. I was like, "Hey, so how can I like get to you next time?" They're like, "Sorry, we told corporate, but this is a system that they're using." So I have left that company, but those like we gotta have more testing, and there needs to be a human there while you're testing this out.
Yes. Having everybody at the restaurant just in the back cooking while the robots take the order, I do not vibe with
No,
that.
no. So that 18,000 water bottles or whatever it was
Oh yeah.
that someone ordered, it's like, yeah, y'all, like y'all need to test this way more, please.
No, and then like I think a lot of us are still getting used to talking to a robot. Sometimes they are really good, but also sometimes they just can't handle the nuance, or I'm
Yeah,
talking too fast, or maybe my
you have an
southern drawl comes
accent.
out.
Yeah.
Yes. Like,
Hmm.
and I don't also at the end of a long day, I don't want to. I don't want to talk to a
Yeah.
robot. Just give me the person. So what I like to do though is just ask a question like it told me to order and I was like, "Oh, okay." And I said, "Where do I find the like chicken nuggets on the menu?" And then a real person answered
See,
because
that's
the
so crazy. It's
robot
such a
can't do it.
simple, yeah, it's such a simple question too. Yeah.
But you don't know.
Yeah. Another fail that I just saw actually on TikTok was there, those self-driving cars that are in the Bay Area. There was
Waymos.
yeah, I wasn't gonna say the brand, but
Oh. Sorry. I have to make sure we're on the same page. My bad.
we are. Well, there is a man hiding in the trunk. Someone was literally about to
Oh,
put their kid in there. Yeah, isn't that crazy? And a guy
wait.
was
He okay, wait, what was the story?
yeah, so basically a woman called a Waymo to take her like kid to school. And as they were opening up the Waymo, she saw that somebody was in the back seat and there was a man hiding in the back seat.
Oh, I didn't know he was hot. Cause he was like, "Oh, I got stuck. It won't let me out." I'm like, "What do you mean you got
He's lying.
stuck?"
He was
Yeah.
lying.
I was sitting
Yeah.
there like, "What do you mean you got stuck?"
It's so, and it's like you can't blame the tech in this. It's people that are like
Yeah.
finding ways and loopholes with the tech. But I just thought that was insane. But then it's like,
Yeah.
come on, where's the cameras? Like I thought
Because they
they
do have cameras. Because I've seen a video of like a group of friends call one, and there's too many of them to technically be in the car. And they're like, "Oh, we're gonna have to pull over because there's 5 people in the car." And they're like, "No, there's only 4 people." They're like, "There's a camera. We can see you. There's 5 people in this
oh,
car."
camera worked then.
Camera worked. How did he like get into the trunk without? n- See, look, I'm gonna hold my peace.
Yeah, insane, insane. But that's a flop.
That's crazy.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What's your biggest flop
Ooh, I have
2025?
2. I'm gonna
Okay.
say 2, and I can't remember. I think this is from this year. I think it's from this year. The Rabbit R1. I think that was this year, but I pre-ordered one, and
Oh,
is that from this year? Is
did you
that from
ever
the
get
last year?
it?
No, so I canceled my pre-order because it was taking so long. Like they had pushed it out so far,
Wow.
and then like the more that people actually got them and started using them, they seemed to be useless. And it
You
was like, why wouldn't I just use my phone for this?
wow. That's a
And so
good one.
I ended up canceling. So I never got it, never reviewed it, none of that. And also Marquez gave it a bad review. Oh, I think that was last year.
Okay.
Whatever. Well, but Marquez's review and then regular people's review as well, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I'll say the other flop of this year is the oh, it was the Meta glasses. I felt
Mm.
so bad for them
Oh,
because
during the
obviously,
keynote, right?
yes, the
Yeah.
freaking
That's a good one.
they didn't work.
Yeah.
And like as a dev, I can definitely feel for them because it's like
Yes.
I know that was working. I know it was working 5 minutes before and
Yep.
everything was fine. But
Yeah.
I definitely applaud them for doing it live because
Yes.
Apple
Same.
doesn't do their stuff live at all.
They said,
For
nope, you
that
won't catch
reason.
me slipping.
Yeah, Apple doesn't do it live. I don't think Microsoft does it live. I don't think anybody besides Elon Musk a few years ago with
Mm.
the Cybertruck
Right.
have
And
dared
something
to
happened with
do.
that too, right?
Yeah, the glass was supposed to be unbreakable and he broke it
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
twice.
Yeah. Yeah.
So big ups to Meta for doing it live, but then I
Hmm.
mean it truly was a flaw, and I just
Yeah. That's a good
can't
one.
even imagine being an engineer on the teams that
I'll
happened
be
back
like,
in
oh,
that
it's time to
day.
pack it up.
I'm leaving. I'm not even staying
Right. You don't
here.
have to sit me down. I get it.
Yep.
Okay, so we have two more awards to hand out. The next one is called the Rent Free Award. So, best pop culture slash non tech moment. So this wasn't the best one for me, but something that went like so viral this year was definitely Love Island because it's so into
Yeah.
yeah, I've been watching since season 1. So I'm just
Okay.
used to a little group of us. We go online, I read what we have to say. We're all on the same page. You know.
Yes.
And like that's it. I mean, it's so interesting the different cultures. Like if you're on Facebook, they're more like conservative a little bit. And then if you're on like
Mm.
everything else like TikTok is going to have more of like the like liberal kind of view, I guess. But yeah, that was crazy how big like big sporting events like you would have like like
I
big.
was one of those people.
Oh
I was
really?
at my boyfriend's house. We had Love Island at the top with the sound on and the NBA finals at the bottom.
Yo, like it's actually like looking at how huge those events were, I was just like,
Yeah.
wow. But it's so crazy. Alondria is doing great, which I love. Brand deal after brand deal. I was just seeing her with her new car. I said
Yeah.
yes.
A car brand deal is a big one. That's a
Yeah.
big one.
I mean, just magazines, all this
Yeah.
stuff, walking fashion week, all that stuff. It's like love. Even the other people, like I heard one of them was going to be on like a TV show acting. It was
Jeremiah, I
Jim.
think.
Yes, exactly like that. Nick is modeling for Skims. Like it's
Yeah.
just they're all doing great. So I'm just like, okay.
I'm just like, dang. So I started watching Love Island. Actually, technically, I started watching it this year, but I
Hmm.
saw some of the fallout of last year, and that's how I got interested, and I finally had time to go watch it. I started with season one,
Okay.
US, and
Yeah.
I was
I'm
like,
sorry about that.
this is hard. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
this is. I didn't even finish it. I was like, I cannot take this. I
Yeah.
skipped to either season four or season five, and oh, season five, because season five deserved more play. Season
Yes.
six, it got popular because of that uh argument Serena started with
Yeah.
Cordell.
Hmm.
I hope Serena has gotten a big check because season six is the reason why season seven went the way it did.
Completely
No doubt
agree.
about it.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Serena
before
and
her
Leah
season, yes,
and
season
Janae.
2, it was Justine. She was the first black woman. Like it really be crazy how they like set the stage for like
US or UK? Justine is UK, right?
um she's also US, Justine Joy. She was the first
Okay.
season 2. I think you skipped to 5, so you didn't see 2. So she was the
See,
first
but the
black
thing
woman.
is, I followed Justine a long time ago.
Oh,
And I knew she
really?
won Love Island. I would just see her on my
Oh.
Instagram, like
Hmm.
explore. I was like, this girl's kind of cool, and then be like, oh, won Love Island. I was like, I don't give a
Yeah.
crap about Love Island, but this
Mhm.
girl seems cool. So I did know who Justine was. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's so crazy when people just watch the new season, season 7, they don't know PPG and all that stuff. I'm
They
like,
don't know the lore. That's why they
we
don't act
don't.
right.
That's exactly why.
Look,
Like,
let me tell you something. Bombshell Cess needs to never happen again. Two bombshells winning the finale is
oh,
crazy. Because Amaya was a bombshell and so was Brian.
yes. Yeah. It gets to those point where people just literally vote for their like favorite girl, the
And that's
girl.
not how there's no decorum there. Like you need to vote for who actually like has if Nick and Alandria had gotten together a week before, I promise they would have won.
I was more mad at a couple that was broken up, the first broken up couple to be in the
In the
finals. That's
finale.
why I was like,
Oh my
y'all, what are we
god.
doing here? Like, come on.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
we can.
Somebody asked us what our majors were while we are talking about Love
Oh,
Island.
I
We
couldn't
both
see.
did computer science though.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And now
As we
we
talk
talking
about,
about Love Island.
yeah, that's exactly. My guilty pleasure is reality TV. I can just turn off my brain and watch. But yeah, I
Yes.
think if I watch next year, I can't look at social media. Like, I just have to
Yeah.
take it for what it is because the narrative got too crazy.
No, I started getting upset. Like I was like emotionally upset
Same.
by the stuff I was seeing online. I was like, you know what? Let me take a step back. I think also there's an influx of younger people watching the show. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, first of all, you are 13. You should not be watching Love Island.
At all.
You
At
should not
all.
be. But there was no love on that island in season 7, to be
No.
honest.
No,
Like
there
no,
was
like
not.
Nick and Alandria was honestly the closest to God, and they were kind of just open to something.
I don't know what was wrong with this season, but I also think they needed more dates, more of the hideaway, more.
Yeah,
Yeah, it turned into Big Brother. I'm like, no, we want to
yeah.
see the love. Like, stop
There
this.
was no love on that
The way
island.
they did Casa, where an OG could go home, and I'm just like, y'all, this is too
That was
much.
insane. When they
Yeah.
yes. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't like Casa this year. I didn't like that
Neither.
everybody got back in the villa.
I
That
didn't
was
like
too
that
many
either.
people.
There was way
That
too
was
many people
too
for a
many.
while. I was like, why is Elon still here? Like, he just enjoying his vacation.
Right. Send
So,
me to Fiji.
exactly. I was like, just weeks go by. I'm like, how is he still here?
Yeah.
Okay, so then the last award that we are giving out is our 2026 predictions. This is the Crystal Ball Award. So basically, what do we think is gonna, happen in
Mm.
2026? So there's so much that I like wrote down that could happen. I mean, one thing we've talked about before is maybe Apple having a foldable phone. Do you think they would
Yes.
do it next year, or do you think it would be more like they need to iterate more?
They need to do it next year.
You think
Like
so?
they're too far behind. Google the Pixel Fold is on like number 6. The
Mm.
Galaxy Z Flip
Oh
is
wow! I
on the
didn't-
7th one.
Yeah.
The Fold is on like the 4th or like everybody else has been iterating.
Mm-hmm.
And I do believe that the Air was like, let's see how people like the skin or
Yeah.
a different form factor. And guess what? I will be in line. I will be in line.
Yeah, because of like what we do of testing technology, I think I will be in line too. But if not, I love my phone right now. I would ride this for another
Keep it. I
six
think what I
years.
would do differently for next year if I'm not getting it in PR is I'm just gonna buy one phone at a time. So I would start with the fold,
Oh, okay.
whatever the foldable. But if they make one that folds like what do we call this in school?
Yeah,
Hot
vertical.
dog. If it's a hot dog fold, I don't want it. I do not want that. That defeats the purpose. If it's a hamburger fold, give it to me.
I like the
Yes.
hamburger ones better. I do like the
Yeah.
hamburger. And I was looking at like a three-fold one when I was like, wow. We
Who
are
needs this
just
much real estate? Just get an iPad at that point.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I could
truly.
see though? I could see a folding iPad.
I can see that too.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that was one of the predictions. Another one that I've been looking into was like the dead internet theory. And I don't know too much about this, but they were saying like, in the future, all these platforms can make us pay to even post and all that, which is
Mm.
interesting. And I think a version of that already exists when you post something and all these different platforms are like, hey, you could boost it,
Yes.
which is insane. And I'm like, I bet there is a category of people who every single post they boost. So you basically are paying to post.
And you know what I've heard a lot of people say is that they'll boost a video because they get a really good deal on the boost and the video will do well. But every video they put out after that does not do good, and because the algorithm thinks they're gonna pay.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's interesting. Yeah, I heard of with like YouTube and stuff. People are like they tried doing it for their business, it just did not work. For
Yeah.
me, I'd rather you see them 50 views than me pull out my money and pay. I'm sorry.
Literally, I had a company boost one of my videos, and the
Yeah.
video was already at 1 million views.
Wow.
After they boosted it, it first of all stopped being shown, but secondly,
Mm.
it only got 100,000 more views.
Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, when ads do it, it's kind of like these platforms are like making them do it in a sense because it's like you
Yeah,
have to say if a post is paid or not. And then if it's
yeah,
paid, they don't show it to people. So it's like you have to,
and
get
it's
it
so
promoted.
weird. It's so
Yeah.
weird because I'm
Anytime you put
like,
that label.
it's interesting to me though that social media platforms, like, clearly they like bump ads down. Like,
Yeah.
not like when you have to put the thing, but even if you are opening PR, that's not gonna get as far
Yeah.
as like, oh, I bought this today. But then they want brands to buy it. I guess they don't want them to give the influencers the money. They want to give the company, the
Uh,
brands. They want the money
Right.
from the companies.
Right. That's what it sounds like. It's like you have to pay the social media company in order to sell your own stuff, which is interesting. Which is interesting. There was other stuff that I was thinking. I think if I'm having like a safe prediction, it's just AI is already in our face. It will be more in our face in 2026.
I think that it's gonna be kind of what I was talking about earlier. Tech companies are gonna try to change the narrative, and it's not gonna come from the companies. It's gonna come from random people, like how I was saying I was gonna start doing that. But they're gonna be paying people to, say like, oh, it's not so bad,
Mm,
because they've invested so much money in this, they can't afford for it to not go well.
yo,
And
I'm
my
like, is
dog is going berserk.
no, it's okay. I'm like, I hope you can't hear outside everything that's going
Okay.
on. But yeah, no, I think I was listening to it and about how the stocks for all these AI companies are high and they're just kind of like all paying each other. And they have
Yes.
invested so much money into this that they need to like strike gold on this before other countries are, or is this the whole economy is gonna, oop.
Cause notice, like, everybody's like, oh, we have a partnership with OpenAI. Oh, we have a partnership with
Yeah,
OpenAI. Like,
billions. I'm always like, where are these billions coming from?
where are they coming from? Where's OpenAI getting this money? And then, like,
And
that
they're not
same
making
company
that
is
much
paying
money.
OpenAI. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that would be interesting. But yeah, so I guess we have kind of like a similar prediction.
Yeah. That's mine, is that we're gonna see the narrative on AI flip.
Flip. Okay, yours is flip, and I'm just gonna say we're gonna be more inundated with AI, even
Mm-hmm.
more. All this AI slop and all that stuff. Like I used to be so good at telling what was like AI generated, and these days it's like I see something and then I read the comment, and I'm like, oh wow, that was AI. Like I actually
Yeah.
didn't know in first glance. So I just think more of that.
Yeah. I
AI
think the
people
Go ahead.
like they have like AI music people that and one was like
Yeah.
trending in the top 10 and
Mm-hmm.
getting signed to record deals. Like I think there's going to be more ridiculous like AI. I could see
Yeah.
companies making like an AI wearable and things like that. Like I just think it's going to be more in our face.
Yeah. I think I forgot what I was thinking, but
Yeah, we
I
on the
don't
same page.
know. On the subject of like not being able to see, I think also the way that we use social media is going to change a lot because of AI.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times you just watch something, you don't pay too much attention, and you keep scrolling. But now you have to literally question every single thing. Do you watch the
Yeah.
morning show on Apple TV?
I don't, but I know the show you're talking about.
Okay, so one of the episodes, they every show you watch now, if it's a workplace comedy, drama, or whatever, they're gonna bring up AI. And so
Yeah.
they brought it up a few times in the morning show, but the most interesting time that they brought it up for me was the morning show. If you don't know, is it's like Good Morning America. It's like
Mm-hmm.
a workplace drama about a Good Morning America type show, and they're like doing whatever their regular broadcast was, and somebody comes in and they're like, oh, we got this video, like this plane is about to crash or whatever, like we need to report on this. And so they start reporting. They're like, oh, the people on the plane, like they have our
Mm.
show on the TV, so let's start letting them say their goodbyes or whatever. And they do this
Wow.
whole thing. It goes on for a while. And then somebody comes in the room and is like, y'all, that's AI. That plane already landed and is perfectly fine. Like nothing happened to it.
Wow. Yeah.
And so it was just like the people that are the news makers, like, but they also have to make split decisions, right? So they didn't have time to like just look
Yeah.
into it. And imagine if it
Mhm.
was real and they spent like 15 minutes like trying to figure out if it was AI and then they missed it. So I think it's really going to change it because you really have to look and be sure now.
Yeah, no, you have to question everything you see, which I feel like is no conspiracy theories, but it's what they
No.
want to cause
Seeing used to be
confusion.
believing.
Yeah, so we
Now you
don't
have
know
to
what's
see in
really
real
real.
life.
Yeah, truly, truly that. And even then, it's like you see all these videos of something else. You can trick yourself that maybe it was the something else that happened. So
They're
yeah.
gaslighting us.
Hmm. But okay, that is our live. Reflected on
Yes.
2025, talked about 2026. So we're actually gonna go live on TikTok, right?
Yes, TikTok.
So y'all just join the party on TikTok. We'll be over there in probably like 10 minutes.
Yes.
So yeah. And then Meezy, where can they find you?
You can find me on every platform at Almeezyuh, same as here on YouTube. Hope to see y'all there. Hope to see y'all on TikTok in just a little bit.
Okay, for sure. Bye.
Bye.